So I will start again. Our regular schedule will be like this till we start from 6th of March, 6th of March to 17 with our 12 days of session where the tapping protocols and everything will be different, but overall the exercise will be same. So when it comes to like understanding the inner game, some people are very logical, factual, and some people can talk anything nonsense for a number of hours. Some people are very creative and some people are very fact oriented. It depends that how they have trained the brain. Suppose that you have 24 hours. In that 24 hours, suppose you have 6 to 12 hours of sleep. It depends on person to person. I sleep for 8 to 10 hours because if I don't get the sleep for 8 to 10 hours, I don't know what happens with me. Every day, whole day, I will feel sleepy. So 8 hours sleep is essential for me. For some people, 6 to 7 hours is enough for them if they are meditating twice a day. For some people, 4 to 5 hours. It depends, varies from person to person. So, but apart from that, if we leave the sleep, we continuously do something. It might be our profession, it might be our hobby, it might be our something, and we see that certain things trains our certain part of brain. So you have to understand, because that plays a big role when it comes to understanding how our brain functions. Because once we understand how our brain functions, we can train our inner game to work on it. Let me show you the screen. I hope you can see my screen. Type yes if you can see my screen. I hope my screen is visible. Yes. Okay. So in game, there are 5 sub-communications when we open. Eye contact, tonality, smile, body language, um, and 3 Ps. Eye contact, smile, tonality, body language, and 3 Ps. In that 3 Ps, there's premise, proximity, and polarity. These 5 sub-communications, apart from this 5 sub-communication, the important major element in the structure of game is vibe. If the vibe is set, everything is set. If the vibe is dead, even if you use those perfect combination, it doesn't work. Now, how the vibe is set? Vibe is set when we operate with the right kind of brain waves. Brain waves is something, it's like you do the experiment, block all your senses, smell, touch, आइस, ईयर्स. ना आपको कुछ सुनाई देना चाहिए, ना आपको कुछ दिखाई देना चाहिए, ना आपको कुछ कोई इनपुट डेटा नहीं हो, डेटा ना हो आपके पास. अब वो आप कैसे करोगे? आंखों पे एक पट्टी बांध लो, एक ऐसा आई कवर बांध लो, कोई सेंट रख लो नाक के पास में, और कान में ईयर प्लग्स लगा लो ताकि कुछ सुनाई भी ना दे. और किसी को बोलो मुझे 2-3 जगहों पे लेके जाए. एक जगह पे लेके जाए जहां पे एक जगह हो कब्रिस्तान, दूसरी जगह हो हॉस्पिटल, तीसरी जगह हो मंदिर, चौथी जगह हो पार्क, छठवीं जगह हो स्कूल एजुकेशन, एंड यू जस्ट हैव टू इवैल्यूएट योर फीलिंग्स. यू विल सी दैट योर फीलिंग्स हैज स्टार्टेड शिफ्टिंग. इसीलिए होता है मंदिर में ज्यादा तो लोगों को अच्छा लगता है और घर पे आके बहुत वियर्ड लगता है. फॉर एग्जाम्पल, सम पीपल हैव सर्टन वाइब्स. यार मतलब उनका एक पैटर्न ऐसा होता है ना कि आपको सेंस होने लगता है. तो फॉर एग्जाम्पल, अभी मैं कुछ एक पर्सन से बात कर रहा था, तो बोले अरे टाइम क्या हुआ, तो मैंने टाइम बता दिया. अच्छा, फिर बोलता है कि आईफोन है क्या? बोला हाँ आईफोन है. फिर वहां से मुझे है ना ऐसा कुछ क्लिक हो रहा था, यार ये कुछ तो भी गड़बड़ लग रहा है. ये मतलब मीठा मीठा सामने से बात कर रहा है, लेकिन मुझे एक ऐसा फील हो रहा था अंदर से, इसका वाइब कुछ ठीक नहीं है. फिर क्या बोलता है ना, अरे सर वो थोड़ा सा एक प्रॉब्लम था, तो अभी मेरा जीपे काम नहीं कर रहा है, तो अभी के तुम 200 रुपये दे सकते हो, कैन यू गिव मी 200 रुपीज. मुझे स्टार्टिंग से वो क्लिक हो रहा था कि व्हाई ही इज बिहेविंग इन सच अ वे. सो हिज वर्ड्स वर नॉट मेकिंग मीनिंग, बट द वे his sub communication and his vibe was, even he was trying to act smart, even his verbals was very good, but the type of vibes he was giving was totally screwed up. because our brain catches the signal. Our brain really, and women are good at sensing and catching those vibes. Now we have to, before understanding how the brain waves operate, we have to understand how this brain waves and frequency goes. Yeah, NLP में if you people have learned did some NLP workshop now, you will understand. Now, for example, this guy, as I told you yesterday, this guy is talking with this girl, and right open all the fives of communication, eye contact, tonality, smile, body language, everything is perfect, and three P's are also perfect. Premise, polarity, and proximity is also perfect. But suddenly he has a lot of doubt, shame, anxiety filled inside him, and now he's trying to give some line. Oh, this is from mystery method, this is from this coach, this is from this coach, this is the pickup and dating content I have watched, let me through. And the girl is smiling again. But after a certain period of time, if he now he has to act, उसको एक्टिंग करनी पड़ेगी बहुत देर तक. लेकिन अगर ये इमोशंस, अंदर के इमोशंस, व्हाट्स इनसाइड हिम गॉट्स हैवी ना, suddenly he will give some kind of vibe that the girl will turn off. So he has to work on his inner game. If every time these problems are coming on, so this things, that's how the state is. Has it ever happened to you that if you are in good mood, good state, everything in your life goes good, even if you don't pay attention to what you are saying, what you are not, people accept your validation, people see for your validation. Woman, you automatically become the leader of tribe, you automatically become the hero, you automatically become something. So for example, if I'm performing and doing acting somewhere, I was doing a lot of dramas. So when I was doing dramas ना, and जब भी मैं स्टेज से नीचे उतरता था तो ऐसा लगता था यार लड़कियां खुद होके बात कर रही है. Hey, I like your acting, Raj, you like, and there was one girl who said to me, like, अभी तो शाहरुख से ज्यादा मैं तुम्हारी फैन हो गई. And I was like, okay, man, why I'm getting so much of attention? The reason was I was in the good state. The vibrations and everything was very good. So even if I was behaving needy and clingy, but still it was working in my favor. So verbals do matter. Verbals definitely do matter. Anyone will be bullshitting that it doesn't matter. But more than that matters is your vibes. Let's understand how this pattern works. But your ability to understand and manage your own emotion, professional and meaningful relationship, everything will depend on your social intelligence, social clues. ये तो ऊपर की बात है, सोशल इंटेलिजेंस, सोशल क्लूज. अंदर क्या है, ये मैटर करता है. सी देयर कैन बी अ पीपल हु आर वेरी स्ट्रीट स्मार्ट पीपल ना, बट if you but those street smart people can only trap fools. They can't trap the people who are very highly emotionally and socially intelligent. You know, a tricker can only like, okay, I will give you another example. uh, I went to, one of my friend was in that Vashikaran and like वो काला जादू, this kind of thing, and he said me that तेरे को ये सब देखना है क्या, नौला देखना है. So I went there. So there was a gay type of person. He used to call Guru Mai. He was, I think, 1 or 2 or 3 years younger than me, and he wore that shingar and other thing. He was a boy only, a clean shave, nothing, everything a feminine tried, and a young matured couple was sitting in front of him. So that couple was like around like 40-45s. So their son was in the Vashikaran of his younger brother and his wife. And they said, they brought a photo and said, and then he started dancing like this. His eyes started turning white. And he said that your younger brother's wife is a black magician woman and she has trapped your son. Has your son saying you that these are not my parents, these are my enemies, I want to kill them. And the woman was like, yeah, he said to me on the phone call. And I was like, and my intellectual mind came into that. Like, why the hell? Is that really make a sense or not? So I said, I said, the person who took me there to show me that what show is going, he said, now that these two couples are in his frame, you know, that guy has totally hypnotized them. And now I asked that guy, Mama, can this guy was a Guru Mai? Can he hypnotize me? Can he try Vashikaran on me? So he said, no, Mama, on you it won't work. Matlab, why? Why? On me it won't work. If it is something, it has the meaning. Why on me it won't work? Because the people who have too much that level of sadhana, too much of awareness, first of all, they don't get hypnotized with all such kind of bullshit things. The people who are weak, who have a lot of insecurities, the street smart can people who always try hooks and tricks will only able to grab the people who are emotionally very less stable. You'll have fools. Suppose, for example, I have a wallet in my pocket, and if I am too much aware, so a thief will not target me because I am too much of aware. He will see the person who is very casual, जिसके आधा बटवा निकल रहा है जेब से और ऐसा नींद में पड़ा है. You see, there is a psychological study. I used to watch these mentalist courses to understand how this works. So you have to understand. If you are very deep internally, you understand all those things. You understand those basic clues, the basic patterns. It's very difficult for you, for any woman to put you in the box. So for that, we have to understand brain waves. Now the brain waves emit certain kind of vibes. Happy vibe, good vibes, strong vibes, powerful vibes, everything. Some people have very strong frame because their vibes are like that kind of thing. But understand the upper level of thing is frame. Below that, it will come which part of the brain is active most, right or left. On that, he will have a state. State is a very important factor. So, for example, I'm in coaching. Give me 10 to 15 people, and where I can polish my ego of knowledge, automatically, even I might be depressed, my state will start going up. My mood will start shifting. Okay, so it's always something. But if you ask me something about the health, the fitness freak, I'm like my vibes will be started going down because I'm not that much person in that. So the most important thing you have to understand how the brain functions. For entire 10 days, we will going to study only brain waves, frequency, vibes. But before that, we have to understand how our brain functions because everyone has some kind of qualities. So overall, there are a lot of emotions in brain. These are some kind of emotions in brain: awkwardness, boredomness, blah 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 blah. And every kind of emotions emit some kind of vibrations, and those are connected with different lobes of brain. You have to understand what is prefrontal cortex, what is I forgot the name, what is limbic brain, what is reptile brain, what is this. ये जैसे चीजें समझोगे वैसे ही आप काम करोगे, और इन इमोशंस को समझोगे तो आप समझ जाओगे कि विच काइंड ऑफ ब्रेन के वेव्स आप मेजर कर सकते हो. ब्रेन में अगर ऐसा कुछ लगा है ना, तो आप उसका प्रेशर मेजर कर सकते हो वो वेव पे. देयर इज अ हार्ट मैथ इंस्टीट्यूट ऑफ साइंस विच जनरली what they do na, they measure all those things. For that, you have to understand what the video, The Biology of Belief by Bruce Lipton, or you have to read the book Becoming Supernatural by Joe Dispenza, or Breaking the Habit of Being Yourself. These are very good books. इसमें सब ब्रेन वेव्स के बारे में समझाया है कि जब जब हमको फियर होता है हमारे अंदर कैसी वेव्स आती है, जब जब हम स्ट्रेस में होते हैं तो हमारे अंदर कैसी वेव्स आती है, जब व्हेन वी आर एक्साइटेड हाउ आवर ब्रेन ऑपरेट्स. सो these are something. इसको ऊपरी ऊपरी स्तर पे समझो: थिंकिंग ब्रेन, फीलिंग ब्रेन, इंस्टिंक्ट ब्रेन. एंड ब्रेन ऑलवेज हैव सम neurological paths. मतलब people, for example, if I continuously keep myself in a very good state, na, I will form the habit. The neurons, the nodes will start to get connect, and will always a positive person. If you get into that positive thinking wala habit, na, your mind will only catch positive, 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 positive. If you are like too much in negative, it's nothing is bad and nothing is good. It's only your association where you are associating. If you continuously train your brain at the conscious level to get into that state, you will automatically that person. So for example, one of my gym train, one when I was in Nagpur gym, na, so there was one like Ramesh. So you know what he how his mind used to operate. His mind used to operate whenever he used to go to the gym. He says, मैं कितना भी बीमार हूँ, मुझे कितना भी बुखार हो, मैं like when I go to the gym ना मेरा सब बुखार ठीक हो जाता है. अरे that's nice यार, but at least बुखार में तो रेस्ट करना चाहिए आदमी ने. नहीं पता नहीं बोले मेरा वैसा ही है. So my mother few days हो गया before she was sick. So we put the saline injection at home only because everyone in my home is doctor only. So for 2 to 3 days he was in the bed rest. But suddenly this Pragat din came. Today is Sant Gajana Maharaj festival and we have a huge festival at our home. So when that music and tal, bhajan, kirtan started, I don't know why she is active so much. Not even a single person can sense that she is sick because she has associated, her mind is so trained and associated with all those things. Now, whenever there is a music, any festival, Janmashtami or anything, I don't know what happens. She's always like her emotions and everything are so high. Talking with people, dancing with that woman, and like all gappa and bhajan, kirtan. It's like they associate with that. So you have to identify and to associate with that. But different people associate from different factors. We have to understand only two hemispheres of brain. See, one is the right and the another is left. If in those both the hemisphere, if one is totally powerful, you will have certain kind of issues. So you know, the logical person, a logical person will like, यार मैं ऐसा कैसे बोल दूँ? How can I be so playful? How can I be so fun? How can, because his intellect will always keep, his reasoning and analytical mind is so powerful that now he can't talk shit because he needs some preparation to talk shit because he has trained himself. And how that happens? So the idea is to keep that both the brains aligned. So you'll see that this is the left side of the brain and right side of the brain. Right side of the brain is always creative, intuitive, non-verbal, emotional, imaginative. So the people in music, the people in arts, the people in folk culture, the people in dance, the right brain is extremely active. That's the reason now they can talk stupid and nonsense for the long hours. And those people have a good probability of dating beautiful girls. Why the bad boys are good? Bad boys are not good because they are bad. Bad boys are good because the more they have been outside, the more they have tried some creative stuff, the more they are engaged in conversation, they have studied less, they have been less serious about the academics, and they are mostly into fights, they are mostly into travels, they are mostly with the hanging out with the people, they are mostly on the bike rides. So what has made them, the right brain has become so much active. It's so what they are with, they interact with women, and women operate through emotions, and they get that instinctual. For that, evolutionary perspective is also one thing. So you have to understand all those things. You have to go through the 7 days of charm command. So in 7 days of charm command, a lot of things are discussed there. So these are the guys who are very good with women. They are always right part of the brain is very active. Now then when it comes to left, the guys like typical CAs, accountants, the guys who are working as computer engineers, coders, developers, their left brain part is very active because 8 से 10 घंटे वो बैठेंगे. अभी किसी किसी ऐसे पर्सन को बताओ जिसमें but they do have a lot of good level of patience and tolerance also. But there, and now these part of brain have different kind of side effects, as well as advantage as well as side effect. हमको क्या करना है? We have to understand our schedule. What is my schedule? So my schedule is like now, when I was too much in studies, now I was to sit for long hours. My left side was very active, too much of intellect. So when I went to the field now, when I went on the date with a woman, like, भाई I had to literally prepare, right? अच्छा, this story मैं बोलूँ, ये material मैं बोलूँ, ये ऐसा बोलूँ, फिर इसने ये जवाब दिया. कोई कोई कोडिंग का प्रोग्राम है क्या जो सॉल्व करना है लड़की से बात करने के लिए? But I need some preparation in back of the mind to solve that puzzle. Then when I started going, then I stopped everything, and for 2 hours completely full time, only game. So my left part become very active. Now problem with me, when I was sitting at home, I used to get a panic depression attack क्योंकि 2 साल सिर्फ बाहर बाहर घूम ही रहा हूँ. So if I don't talk with at least 3 to 4, 5 to 10 new people, or at least have approached like 3 to 4 women, it's like the world is frustrating to me. So I have lived in the both the phases. You have to identify. So what you do is you analyze your life. What kind of work you do? What kind of work you do with your mind, and what part of your brain operates every time? Then on that basis, we have to identify certain exercises. This agar if you see your right brain, if you are in some kind of profession where your right brain is only getting active, then because both of them have different problems, one super dominant, we, and what meditation and what other things does is they keeps on a line, because in meditation you don't know which thought and which thinking pattern will come, and meditation increases that. But apart from that, there are certain things that you have to do consciously. Inner work is not something that okay, 1-2 घंटा काम कर लिया हो गया. There are certain things that you have to continuously train your brain consciously when you are in the outer world. This 1 hour, half hour is just to fix that inside puzzle and to get into that practice mode. So for example, yesterday I told you that I gave a samosa to that beggar, and like I am really grateful and thankful because it suddenly pumps the emotion. So my brain waves, the pattern in the brain will suddenly, अगर मेरे brain waves ऐसे नीचे है, suddenly that little thing will push my brain waves up. So we will study that alpha waves, theta waves, gamma waves, brain waves, which emotion is operated with what. Right now, for tomorrow and day after tomorrow, we will only study the left part and right part of the brain. That's all. That's simple. Just understand one simple thing. You have two brain. Continuously हम 12 घंटे से 6 या 8 घंटे हम कोई ना कोई एक ब्रेन पे काम करते हैं. डिपेंड्स ऑन आवर लाइफस्टाइल. If you are too much in coding, if you are too much in data science, if you are too much in mathematics, make sure that you are doing certain activities to balance that. कोई म्यूजिक, कोई पेंटिंग, या एटलीस्ट बाहर जाना या ट्रैवलिंग करना, या फिर अगर आप रोज नहीं कर सकते तो हफ्ते में 2 या 3 दिन ऐसे दे दो कि जहां पे आप इमर्ज हो गए उन चीजों में. दैट इज इंपॉर्टेंट. If you are the person who does a lot of coding, I would suggest go and whenever you get the opportunity, go and dance. At least join a dance class. It will balance. Now tomorrow and day after tomorrow we will see what are the consequences if one of the brain is super predominant. Okay, chalo guys, it's already 10:30, so we'll join tomorrow and our schedule will be same. Our schedule will be same. 9 we will start. By 10 we will have this session, and once we start with this, what we call 6th of March, we will start with our 12 days. So then we will change the schedule. 9 to 9:30 we will have a half hour theory, and 10:30 to 9:30 to 10:30 we will doing protocols on the topic we are talking. Okay, chalo guys. um, those who are new, those who are totally new, start attending the topic itself, because एक दो दिन लगेंगे आपको रिसेट होने में. रिकॉर्डिंग्स डिफिकल्ट होती है सबके लिए देखना. ओके गाइस.